Good morning, everybody. So looks like we have a record turnout once again, which is very exciting. Happy Brooklyn to everybody. We know everyone in here loves Brooklyn. Even Elliot Spitzer realizes Brooklyn is the future, and I think we all get that. So really, we're very excited to have Brooklyn in the house today. So we know one thing is certain, that there's no place in the world where the real estate market is booming like Brooklyn. Not in China, not in Dubai, not in Shanghai, not in London, and not in a place called Manhattan. Although it still is pretty cool out in Manhattan, but not like Brooklyn. Brooklyn is hot right now. We know that it's a cool place. We know that it's an interesting place. We know that it's a creative place. Most importantly, we know that it's the place to build your dreams. And that's why I think everyone is out here today. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Carlo, Scissura, President and CEO of the Brooklyn Chamber of Commerce. We are very proud to partner on this event for our third year. It's really become the place to be every year to learn about what is happening in the real estate market in this great borough. And it's wonderful that every year we get so many new faces who are realizing that their investments for the future must happen in Brooklyn. And it's happening not just in the traditional places you hear of, whether it's downtown Brooklyn or Williamsburg or Greenpoint or Bushwick. It's happening in places like Sunset Park, where Industry City is truly rocking the commercial world of Brooklyn. It's happening in places like Sheepshead Bay, where Must Development is building truly a brand new luxury, exciting condo. Let me start by thanking, of course, Ofer Cohen from Terra CRG. Give Ofer a round of applause. And where is Dave Mondrell from Apartments and Lofts? Dave? These two guys have truly taken real estate by storm. They are very active players in the market. And one thing I can say about both Dave and Ofer, they are usually ahead of the curve. So if you know something is coming down the road 10 years from now, they've already been there. So it's great to be here with you. Last week, Ofer and I and a bunch of other developers were in Albany talking 421A, which is very, very important for everybody in this room. However it comes out, it's, I think, all of our position that it must continue to allow buildings to go up. It cannot stop progress. It cannot allow for forces out of our control to just leave empty lots and empty holes in the ground. So we were up there meeting with the Senate Republican leadership. Last night I was on New York One talking about the critical importance of 421A and also about REAP. A lot of people forgot about REAP. It's an important program for places like Brooklyn and Queens and Staten Island. So very, very important. We really want to continue to see building go on. The Chamber's Real Estate Committee, which is led by Ofer, continues to do innovative and exciting things. On July 21st, our Brooklyn Building Awards, which is the Academy Awards of Real Estate in Brooklyn, will be presented. We have about a dozen incredible projects being honored, from the King's Theater in Flatbush to Brick right across the street to some residential developments, and we'll be honoring Purnima Kapoor, who's the executive director of city planning, and Andrew Kimball, who is the president and CEO of Industry City. Very, very exciting about that event. Please sign up, register, come to it. It's going to prove to be an exciting evening. And we were very excited to learn yesterday that Carl Weisbrod, who is the chairman of city planning, will be there to speak that evening. So Brooklyn is hot. You're going to hear a lot more about it today. You're going to hear a lot more about the innovation that's occurring in this borough, about the interesting projects, about some of the challenges, but we're all excited about everything. So to start off this morning, there is no one better who can really talk about what is happening in Brooklyn. I'm excited to say that last year, in his first appearance before this summit, he came up with a new tagline, which I love, which is "Build, Baby, Build." So with that, let's welcome our Borough President, Eric Adams.
You know, there is a controversy that's sweeping the entire country a Caucasian woman lived her life as a black woman, and her mother outed her. And so after the story came out, Carlos, my mother called me and said, "Sorry, son, you are not Sicilian." Broke my heart. You know, as we talk about Brooklyn, I think about this beautiful young girl sitting over here, Daya. Her name in Sanskrit means compassion. And only Brooklyn is not only the brick and mortar, it is the people. Borrowing from the owner of the company, Snapple, his slogan, Brooklyn is great because we are made of the best stuff on earth. And it's our people. And we want to continue to grow and see Brooklyn becomes this great place where we celebrate diversity and it becomes affordable for low income, middle income, and even those who want to live in luxury housing. That is the perfect combination, a perfect storm of creativity in the atmosphere we want to create. And we must be clear and strong. And I thank Carlos and the team that went to Albany because we can't lose 421A. 421A is an important initiative. And yes, the days have changed where we had to lure people to come and develop in New York City, and particularly in Brooklyn. There's nothing, there is no bad land in Brooklyn. But at the same time, we need to change the format. We cannot continue to allow people to build our boroughs and the people in the boroughs see their opportunities shrink. I don't want the men and women who build the borough of Brooklyn to have their hard hats and ride off into the sunset to go to Long Island to spend their tax dollars. We need our children and young people to be employed in this borough. And then we need to look at MWBEs and make sure that women and minority-owned businesses have an opportunity to be part of this growth that's taking place here. It's good business sense, because when you make your money in Brooklyn, when you spend it in Brooklyn, you make sure the restaurants and the cafes, and you make sure all of those things that make the borough great continues to grow. And I want us to think outside the box. Build, baby, build is a clear statement. There's so many opportunities to build. Looking at our train corridors, Atlantic Avenue, Empire Boulevard, should not become a canyon of storage facilities. It could become a place where people can live and grow. And seniors who downsize can have senior housing, and young people who return from school. My son is coming home from American University in 2 years. I want him to be able to grow in Brooklyn and have the opportunity. The housing must be affordable for them to do so. And we should think outside the box in train yards, building over train yards. So many opportunities that are there. Ratner showed us it could be done. Let's continue that atmosphere and that spirit to make it happen. And we can't stop there. Many of our municipal parking lots, there's great opportunities to build over municipal parking lots out in Bensonhurst and other areas where we can build over 2,000 units of housing if we want to. And shifting our thought, there's no reason for many of our governmental agencies to remain downtown Brooklyn. We have a 3.4% vacancy rate there. We can move our central government out to East New York or Brownsville and allow new life to grow there. When people come to do their governmental businesses, they can shop and eat and dine and learn that there are other parts of Brooklyn to explore. I'm excited about someone who I have deep respect for is here today giving comments, Elliot Spitzer, as he talks about the opportunities that he's doing and some of the building he's doing in the borough. If Elliot has his eyes on it, then clearly there's something great that's going to happen and continue to happen in the borough of Brooklyn. So we're in a good place. Well, we're going to do some good things. No, let me say that again. We're going to do some great things. But greatness is not in leaving a structure. Greatness is leaving an impact on the people who have to live, employ, and play in the borough. And we must have vision to do that. Everyone who has eyes can't consider themselves not to be blind, and everyone blind can't consider themselves that they can't see. I see the future of Brooklyn. I want to be a part of that. And as the borough president, I want to make sure that government has no business being in your business. And we want to make sure business grow. This is the Empire State. Let's build empires.